And welcome everyone. Elena Rarick here with transformpublish.com, here with one of our all-time favorite clients, Allyson Blythe, who just finished her book, Misunderstood, accompanied with a program, Misunderstood, for great follow-up and to implement what is in that book. But today we are here because Allyson is on fire and she has another program coming out. As you can see behind me, WTF. And that WTF is not what I'm sure everybody thinks it means. So, Allyson, tell us about your new program getting ready to launch.
Absolutely. So it does have some pieces and components of that level of energy of WTF, because let's just face it, we've all heard the words this year. Epic, unprecedented, awful, terrible, weird, uncertain. We've all been using those types of words to summarize what's going on in 2020. I've been guilty of using some of those words myself. And so every single year for, I can't even remember now, several years, I've hosted a visioning or vision board workshop in the beginning of January. And I thought about 2021 planning. I was kind of like, oh my goodness, a masked, separated event doesn't really hold the type of energy I really wanted to bring into the new year in terms of planning and creating and getting really intentional about 2021. And yet at the same time, not doing it made me really sad, and I didn't want to not do it. And so as I was spending some time thinking about this year, I think we can just lump it, or we can really get intentional about reviewing it. And so as I started to get really deep reflection about what I wanted to offer in order to kind of hold some space for what we've all been through this year, and then get really clear about what we want to bring into 2021, the idea of WTF 2020 came to my mind. And there's three components that we're going to cover during that workshop. The first one is, why the fuss? What is it that you've experienced this year that has been so challenging? Has it been wonderfully successful for you? Has it been really challenging and filled with despair? The second component is, where's the focus? What is it this year that you've been focusing on? I always say that when we get squeezed, our stuff comes out. Well, I'm sure like most people, my stuff came out this year. Maybe some fear, some patterns, routines, relationships that had to look really different. Where's your focus been this year? And how do you want to clean that up and do something different? And then the third part, how we'll really wrap up and be deliberate about what we carry into 2021 is, what's the future? So we can walk through this year, really give it some space, some clarity and intention about everything that we've been through, and really move forward so that we can clear that crap and move so beautifully into the new year of 2021. So that is WTF 2020.
I love it. And I loved it when you came to me. I think I got an email or a text from you. I want to create a program, WTF. And I thought, well, that doesn't sound so much like Allyson. What's WTF? And of course, it was so much deeper. And
Yeah.
it's super exciting to see it all come together. Like I said, you've just been on fire this year.
Yeah.
And tell us more of the structure. How do people get involved and be able to come to this event? And what kind of event is it?
So we're going to open up registration. It is going to be a Zoom event. So before you roll your eyes and before you automatically say no to this, let me really encourage you to stay open to this experience. So on 12/12/2020, which is a Saturday, it's a Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will be hosting this Zoom event, and you're going to be joining me for this so that we can offer it as a space for people to cover those three topics. I promise you, you will not be bored. This is not where you'll just be sitting in front of a computer screen staring off for 3 hours. This is actually something very deliberate in which we will be doing. Can you hear my kitty cat?
I do not.
I'm so sorry. She's so distracted. She wants to know. She wants to be a part of all of this. So we're going to be having some PowerPoints. We'll be doing chats. There will be breakout sessions and things for you actually to be working on. This isn't just going to be you listening or partaking in some scrolling screen. I promise you that we will actually liven the energy and make it worth your 3 hours and your investment of your time and your money.
Awesome. So question for you, for those introverts who know that they need a reset and to go into 2021 with new energy, new focus, and all the positivity that this program is going to bring to them. Now, if they're an introvert, we know that Zoom is like the scariest place for people who just don't want to be on camera. So tell those who are like, man, I really want to come, but I don't want to be on camera. And then to share, I mean, there's going to be some sharing going on, right?
There
So
would be.
for people who are kind of fearful of that, what are their options for camera, not on camera?
Well, like almost all the events that I host, you kind of set your own pace and establish your own needs. And so if you want to join us and be off camera, that's absolutely your right. And so you can create a cute little picture for yourself and just have that on the screen while you're available. There's also breakout sessions so that if when we're doing more of the sharing and the reflecting, you won't have to share amongst the whole wide group. There's chat boxes that are available so that you can either speak privately or you can speak via the screen instead of having to do that directly onto the computer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And where do they go to register for this program?
So I think it's going to be all over, but probably the safest bet is to go to my website, which is AllysonBlythe.com.
Very good. And under the programs tab, you will see this program. And we will have later today up a little feature for you to just to click on right there from the home page. So you can check that out. Also on the shop tab, it will be there. So it'll be all over the website. You will not miss it, right?
That's right. Thank you for that.
Yes, yes, perfect. So one final question. Why do people like the depths of the chaos, the
Mm.
frustrations? Why do people really need this? Like, how is their life going to be different after this day, this event?
So this reminds me, although you can't tell really by this day because it's so incredibly gorgeous out, it reminds me of a winter season and being able to have some time to unplug, reset and reflect. Just like things kind of die off and it gets kind of cold and dark, it would be easy for us just to rush through in order to just get to the next season. And what I want to do is take a pause and really shine some magical light on the underground of what happens in during this season. And so though we might want to just rush in to 2021, there has been magical stuff underground behind the scenes that's actually happening and transpiring. If we just move through it, you're going to miss a prime opportunity to be so deliberate about what you want to do differently, who you want to be in this world in 2021. So let's take the time and reflect on all of that so that you are really intentional about the next year coming up.
Allison, I can't thank you enough for creating this program for people because it is very much needed. And I feel like so many people have walked around with such a tight chest and tight shoulders and not breathing as deep as they should because they're not relaxed. And so from helping put this program together and getting it launched with you, I just can clearly see that people are going to finally breathe deep and relax and be very empowered going into 2021 and
I
taking back
agree.
that control of their energy. So thank you for creating this program for everybody. Now, just a reminder to everybody watching, go to AllysonBlythe.com, which if I move my screen, there you go. You can see your whole name. So go to AllysonBlythe.com and look for the program WTF and launch 2021 into an awesome year. So Allison, why don't you leave us with your email and if you want to leave a phone number or anything in case somebody wants to talk directly to you with more questions.
Most definitely. Info@AllysonBlythe.com is how you can reach me via email. My website, as we've said, is AllysonBlythe.com. And if you want to reach me on my landline, that still does exist these days. It's 859-341-7773. Again, 859-341-7773. And I am both on Instagram and Facebook at Allyson Blythe Life Coach. So reach out to me if you've got any questions or you're not really sure about Zoom or certainly this event. I'll be happy to talk with you more and just offer you the opportunity for more clarification.
Thank you again, Allison. And everyone, stay tuned for the day of the event, which is again December 12th, 2020.
Yes, Saturday, 12/12/2020, yet another magical number.
Very good. All right. Have a blessed day, everyone.